I am lucky because I've kind of been setting up myself in this position with Lonely Ghost that I can take a step back, because I don't think people understand that side of influencing, of social media marketing, or if you work for yourself at all in that sense, where especially with Instagram, you can't really take time off because it drastically affects your engagement, which then directly affects your income. So it makes your phone a prison sometimes. And so I think luckily for me, I have been able to kind of take a step back, and because I couldn't take breaks before. And now I'm just taking breaks and taking a step back. One thing I do is I'll try to delete Instagram off my phone and just keep it on my iPad. Mm-hmm. So then it's there, like if I need to post, if I need to check something, but it's not on my phone, just mindlessly scrolling. You know what I mean?
There's so much there. There's like 3 things I want to address, but I am at a complete war with my phone. Yeah. Especially being self-employed with a business and then doing the content creation with OK Sis podcast. And my phone is starting to feel like the devil. I don't think that us being this plugged in and this easy of access to ridiculous amounts of stimulation that we're just consuming unconsciously is productive, healthy in any way. But there's also not only just the like, we're addicted to social media and our phones and to technology, which we're going to see the effects of, you know, as you said, like way later on. It's also, what is this going to do to our psyche to know that we have 2 identities, 2 selves? We have the identity in a self that is in real life. And then we have the avatar digital version of ourselves that we project and curate constantly. And as people who are content creators, like the 3 of us, that digital identity can get confusing with your in-person physical identity. And sometimes you don't know how the 2 of them can exist without the other, which is a really fucking crazy thing to think about. Like, what would your day, your life, your career, your purpose, your direction look like if you deleted and were banned from every social media platform and the internet in general? And you would just, like, when I picture it, it just feels like everything zeroes in on my head and I exist just in this physical space, which is so crazy to think about and is totally going to affect our psyche one day. And 2, I think you're very smart, and I think that a lot of influencers are moving in this direction of, yes, the social media community, the digital content you create is beautiful. It's why we love you. It's why we connect with you. But having a direction, a purpose, a business outside of that to sustain, you know, moments where you need to step back from content creation because it is exhausting, is really smart. And I think that's really, we talk a lot about being the female face of a brand, etc. But to hear you say that it's dangerous is actually a very refreshing viewpoint there.
Because I think it's honestly been a prerequisite for starting a company and starting a brand, is that you need to be forward facing. I mean, especially on TikTok and platforms like this where they want to know, and we've talked about this, that there's so many pros to having a forward-facing brand. You know, the community feels like they are your friend and they're relating to you and they're growing the business with you. But there are these detrimental effects. Like even today, I looked on TikTok on the company that I'm building, Camber, and one of our, you know, TikToks went a little viral, and someone wrote this just nasty comment, and I knew it was so unfounded and like was not truthful in any way, but it affects you, and you're like, shit, I'm being so vulnerable, I'm putting myself out there like this is my business, this is something that I really hold dear, and I'm getting shit on for it. And it's a really interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people who aren't content creators understand, how taxing it is to be putting yourself out there so vulnerably on the internet.